Hello everyone, I would like for you to meet Spinnaker. Spinnaker is an alpaca, and today we're going to be going over some of the general care requirements for alpacas. Alpacas are of the camelid family, which includes camels and llamas as well. They're originally from South America, where they were bred for their fiber. They are now a more common livestock animal here in the United States, as well as countries like Australia. This is just going to be about general care. Each point I touch on in this video really could go into a video all by itself, which I probably will do for the future. So please don't expect everything to be in this video, but you will learn more about alpacas, and this will help you get started on your own herd. I'm Megan with Happy Tails Pet Care, and I'm a professional pet expert and nutrition consultant. My goal is to educate people about animals and help pet owners provide the best care to their beloved pets. See a pet in my video you like? Let me know, and I will feature that pet in more videos. Alpacas are great livestock animals for small farms, or for people who want to retire to hobby farms, or for people who have small children and want safe livestock for them. Alpacas are small animals as far as livestock goes. They are great for someone who does not want something as big as cattle to manage, or for someone who doesn't want something as pesky as goats. Alpacas really are the ideal livestock animal, and their fiber can produce a profit. Alpacas must be kept in herds, and there's no exception to this. It is never okay to have just one alpaca. It does not matter how much time you spend with your alpaca, you still need to have at the very least two. Even if you keep your alpaca around other animals like goats, that is still not the company that they need. Always have at least two, but it is recommended to have 3 alpacas. Alpacas are herd animals and do better in groups of 4 or more, so really the minimum is 3. Alpacas are happier and friendlier in large groups. Intact males should never be pastured with females. Males that are neutered, also referred to as wethers, can sometimes be housed with females. This is a case-by-case basis. Not all wethers will be able to live with females. So if you have both, be prepared to have them separated. Alpacas are typically animals that will not challenge fences, so they are easy animals to house. Only a 4-foot fence is required. They are easy to keep in, but you want to think about predators and what you will want to keep out of your alpaca pasture. Better, stronger, and taller fences will be required if you want to keep out predators such as dogs, coyotes, wolves, and mountain lions, and you also want to keep out deer and other animals like that that can carry disease. You don't want to use wire square fencing that alpacas can stick their heads through, because they will, and it will usually result in injury. Do not use barbed wire or electric fencing for your alpacas. If you need to use it to keep out predators, be sure to use it as a perimeter fence that your alpacas will not come in direct contact with. When deciding how big to make your pasture, you want enough room for the alpacas to be able to run and enjoy themselves. Alpacas can be kept in a wide range of climates. They do well in places that get cold, and they also do well in places with extreme heat. But they also need a shelter. There should be plenty of shade for the alpacas to cool down, and they need shelters to escape the cold, wind, rain, and snow. Going back to talking about predators. It is a very good idea to have a farm guardian for the protection of your alpaca herd. Alpacas are not a match for wolves and cougars, but even if you live closer to the city, they will usually not be a match for local dogs that run loose in the neighborhood. The 2 most common farm guardians that are used are llamas and dogs. We have both. We have a guard llama and a Great Pyrenees that lives with the animals to protect them. Another common livestock guardian is donkeys. However, donkeys cannot be pastured with alpacas and must be kept in a perimeter pasture. Alpacas need to have access to hay at all times. They require high-quality grass hay. Alfalfa should only be fed to females that are nursing or to alpacas that need to gain weight, and it should only be fed in very small amounts. A high-quality grass hay is the best option for them. I feed my alpacas grain every day. I feed Do More Show goat feed to my alpacas. This is met with some controversy because many people are afraid to overfeed copper. Copper is actually essential in providing alpacas with a balanced diet to keep them healthy. Many alpaca owners are under the impression that copper should be below 15 ppm, but I have found no evidence to support this. I have found studies that support 25 ppm of copper to be safe. Do More contains 20 to 25 ppm of copper. Veterinary recommended grains contain more copper than this goat feed. camelid specialists recommend more copper intake than what most alpaca farmers will tell you. Quite a few alpaca feed brands actually have more copper than the Dumor goat feed. So the rest of the ingredients in Dumor goat pellets is safe for alpacas, and the only concern is the amount of copper. But there is a lot of evidence to say that it is safe. Alpacas should always have access to fresh water. Remember to not wet them with the hose if you are using them for fiber. Squirting them with the hose will ruin their fleece. They can get rained on, and the fleece will not be ruined, but the pressure from the hose will ruin it. One of the great things about alpacas is that they are easy to clean up after. Unlike other barnyard animals, they do not poop all over the place. They actually poop in one spot. All the alpacas will use the same spot to poop, so it is actually very easy to clean up. And you can even put their poop in certain spots if you want them to go in a certain location. Their poop is also very good fertilizer and can be used for gardens and lawns. Alpacas need to be sheared once a year. There is no exception to this. There are some people that fail to have their alpacas sheared every year, but this is doing no justice to the animal. Alpacas grow a very thick coat, and this becomes uncomfortable and hot for them during the summer. It can even cause for them to overheat. So even if you're not using alpacas for producing fiber, you still need to have them sheared. It is possible to shear alpacas yourself, but it is not easy. Especially if you want to use the fiber, you want to make sure that it is done right. But even if the fiber quality doesn't matter to you, it's very important to have all of the right equipment that is needed for shearing to ensure the safety of the animal and yourself. So having a professional do the job is usually the easiest and the best thing to do. In the United States, alpaca shearers travel throughout the country during the spring to shear alpacas. It's important to get on their list early so that they can add you to the schedule and route. Alpacas also need to have their toenails trimmed about every 4 months. Your shearers will usually trim them for you when they come once a year, but it does need to be done more often than that. It's very easy to trim nails yourself, and you can watch this video here to learn how to do it correctly. Once a year, alpacas need to have their teeth trimmed. They only have front teeth on the bottom jaw to cut grass. They do not have teeth on the top, and they also have molars in the back to chew their food. I recommend for you to have a vet trim their teeth because they will also check the teeth in the back. It's very important to have their teeth the correct length because if not, the alpacas will have trouble eating and begin to lose weight. It is important to find a vet that is willing to see alpacas and to see them at your farm. Alpacas are prone to some health problems, and when deciding to get alpacas, you must understand that they will need vet care. Often mobile vets that see other livestock animals will see alpacas. If you enjoyed today's crash course on alpacas, please give this video a thumbs up. And if you want to learn more about animals, be sure to subscribe. You can also find me and my animals on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter.